Hello students, today we are going to be talking about Occam's razor. Now the first thing you'll notice about this video is yes, it's a YouTube video, so if things start to go too fast or you need something repeated, you can always pause the video, rewind it a little bit, and watch from there. So let's start with William of Occam. Occam's razor was developed by William of Occam. Occam lived from 1287 to 1347. He was an English Franciscan philosopher. His principle, which is used for problem-solving purposes, acts on the premise that simplicity is always best. So let's start with a few quotes. Bruce Lee said that simplicity is the key to brilliance. William Golding, who wrote The Lord of the Flies, said the greatest ideas are the simplest. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, who wrote The Little Prince, said perfection is reached not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. And finally, Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. So we call this principle a razor because it deals with shaving. When you have many hypotheses, you need to shave away the unnecessary assumptions in order to find the simplest conclusion. For Occam, when deciding among competing hypotheses, the one with the fewest tenuous descriptive assumptions should be selected. So, let's look at an example. I had a favorite sweatshirt. It was dark blue, and I looked pretty darn good in it. The problem with it was that it had way too many holes in it, and it was definitely not something I could wear in public, even though I still did. Now, my mom didn't like the sweatshirt, and one day, I found it in the garbage. My hypothesis was that my mom threw it away. She was the only person in the house who didn't like the sweatshirt, and she had done the laundry earlier that day. However, a wise man once told me that with each hypothesis comes an infinite number of other hypotheses, so here are a few others. My mom argued that she didn't throw it away. Instead, she said she laid it on the floor and a garbage can spontaneously appeared around it. This hypothesis included the tenuous descriptive assumption that garbage cans can mysteriously appear out of thin air. This would include either magic or a young man in a DeLorean and the space-time continuum. My dad argued that leprechauns snuck into the house without being seen, snuck into the laundry room, stopped the dryer, found the sweatshirt, threw it into the garbage can in the garage, and then restarted the dryer. This hypothesis included the tenuous descriptive assumption that leprechauns exist, that they're either very sneaky or invisible, and that they can operate a dryer. Using Occam's razor, I could eliminate both my mom's and my dad's hypotheses, not because they were wrong, but because my hypothesis was simpler. Another adaptation of Occam's razor that can be helpful for you is the KISS principle. And no, I don't mean these guys. The acronym was developed by Kelly Johnson, who is an aircraft engineer, and KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. The last illustration I will leave you with is the story of the fox and the cat. In the story, both the fox and the cat are being hunted by men and their dogs. The fox brags that he has many ways of tricking and dodging the dogs. The cat confesses that he has only one way. When the hunters arrive, the cat simply climbs the tree and hides. The fox dodges a few of the dogs, then he tries to hide in a bush, and then he tries to outrun the dogs, and eventually he is caught. In the end, all the cat needed was his one simple trick. So when you're thinking about Occam's razor, remember simplicity. I'll see everyone tomorrow.